Let's first meet the home team. You already know their number one pick, Dimez at the point guard. He's a sharpshooting playmaker. BallLikeSeems at the 2. Dayfri in the middle at the center. CavsLegion at the power forward. And Devillon is going to be at the small forward. He's going to be a pure sharp shooter.
Dimez is not having shooters surrounding him. They are mashing. The rebounding athletic is happening too, so it's going to be different to see how this adjustment goes. This Mavs team is always stuck with that rim protecting sharp.
So an archetype is basically the identity of a player. You have a primary skill and a secondary skill. It's not to say you're bad at everything else, but I mean those are what your guys is elite at. So basically, you know, Dimez is a sharpshooting playmaker. So playmaking is primary, which means he can dribble and he can pass really well, and then shooting would be secondary, which means he can shoot pretty well as well. So in this game, you know, basically how it works is once you choose an archetype at the start of a game, you have to commit to that throughout the entirety of the game. And we did make the archetype change this week. A big one for us is we put UK2K Harry on the rebounding athletic, which that's the first time we've ran the rebounding athletic all season. And the thought is really right now in the 2K League, inside game is so massively important.
I think that's just the direction the league is going right now. We saw that in the tournament and the turn. It's where all the good teams are playing. The Blazers, the Celtics switched into it and went to the finals by doing it, beating us and the Sixers, who both played with a sharp rim protector, because they, you know, the matchup between those two archetypes is just in the favor of the rebounding athletic finisher.
The rebounding athletic is kind of commonly known as the best build in the game, in the league build. Like the rebounding athletics are like Boo Painter from the Wizards, he's like the leading league in scoring. He runs the rebounding athletic. Levert from the Warriors, he runs the rebounding athletic. The leading scorers in the league are generally playing the rebounding athletic.
I wasn't scoring enough. The team just wasn't finding a way to get it done on offense, so we spoke to Jonah and Dimez and everyone. We said they know I'm a good inside scorer, we know I can work on that, we know we can establish that position in the team. So we trained on it all week and we went from there, and then we kind of established that into the game. The whole game plan was to feed it down low to me and Dayfri all game and try and score.
We knew going into this week that due to the nature of this game and the way sort of the meta is becoming a paint mashing build, we knew that Harry and Dayfri were going to have big games, both on offense and defense.
You're the worst singer I've ever heard in my life. Like, even Dayfri sing better than you. And you suck.
The team from Cleveland, CavsLegion. Let's meet their starting 5. First at the 1 is going to be Savage, a sharpshooting playmaker. Toxic, he's a pure sharp in the middle. At the center, it's going to be Got2K at a pure rim. Sick at the power forward at the athletic finisher. And turn up defense is going to be your pure sharp at the small forward.
First half went off to a pretty good start. We knew they were quite hungry for the win. They just lost the Pistons, so we knew they needed the win really badly.
So we played generally pretty good in the first half. A couple things that we could have worked on. We had a couple turnovers that we shouldn't have, a couple bad shots, but generally a good first half.
Green up, green up, green up. Give me that, boy. Baby's down low. All the way down, Toxic on, no D.
Dimez finds Dayfri on the baseline. It's been their bread and butter this season. But how about Haza?
There you go, Harry!
I know you ain't built. You need hood.
At the end of the first quarter, we were down by 1. It was 20-19, and I said to the guys, I was like, we scored 0 points in fast break that quarter. We scored 19 in half court. It's like we gave up a lot of fast break points on our end. We didn't score any, and we're right here down by 1. So I kind of knew going into the second quarter we were going to have a good quarter, and then it turns out, we did clearly.
Oh yeah! I'm running. They're gonna get. Woo! Force left. Give me that! Bait it every time! Iceman! Hey! That's what we want! Oh! Yeah! Stiff arm, boy! Stiff arm! Try it! Your box! Stiff arm!
Second quarter, we just put it to them. Played our game, and we started executing on offense and started getting a little fast break points, which is what we're great at.
Second quarter, the first 5 minutes of that quarter was really good. We only allowed them to have 6 points. I think we scored 20. We're up by 16 at that point. We were really flowing, really getting into it. Really had a kind of foot on their necks.
End of the second quarter, we gave up about
7 points in the span of 2 minutes, which is bad because we were winning that quarter about 21-6.
We gave up a 7-0 run to end the second quarter, which was a huge momentum swing for them. Brought them right back into the game. We were up by 7 at the end of the first half, but overall, obviously, we had a good first half. We just needed to control our turnovers, and that was really the message at halftime was don't give up easy fast break points and don't turn the ball over.
Second half was not good at all. We could go into Harry inside as much, and he was killing their power forward. That's the only reason why I stayed out the paint. Like, there was no point for me to score if Harry's scoring.
We weren't doing what we wanted to do on offense. We had a few more turnovers. Once again, we allowed way too many fast break points, and that in the end, that's what killed us, I think.
We just didn't play good defense. Wasn't rebounding well. Was turning the ball over. I feel like we just kind of let them get back in the game ourselves, like just off our own mistakes.
They take it away. They need a three. You have a timeout and a smart foul. It's a clear path foul.
It was basically, they gave us the game on a platter, on a silver platter. Clear path foul, get the lead down to 1, 5 seconds on the clock, have the ball.
They're going to have an opportunity, Dirk, to win this ball game.
Are you kidding me?
You still have a timeout, 5.1. Dayfri to trigger, you get it in the dimes, and they're going to use it.
So there was a miscommunication on the timeout front. I think a lot of us wanted to call the timeout during the inbounds. We didn't take any seconds off the clock. The miscommunication, we passed it to dimes and the second one off, and then we took a timeout, which kind of hindered us with the last shot a bit.
It was tough, we take off, I think 1.5 seconds, or still left with 3.5 seconds or whatever.
We had the game plan to bring it to dimes. Dayfri was going to shit the short left corner, and I was going to go into the paint. If me or Dayfri were open, it was depending on who was there. The ball did come out to me. I caught the pass a little outside the paint, which is where I didn't want it. We got a bit unfortunate with the animation.
Here we go, 3.8, you're trailing by 1. No timeouts remaining, you can't foul. Dimes, working on Savage, down to Hansa, and he gets his shot blocked by Sick, and the Cavs win! The Cavs win!
That's tough to execute in there. We give the ball to Harry, but he doesn't have much of an option. He can't even do a pump fake. He has to go straight up, they block it.
But it's one of those things, if I had that extra second, that gave me the time and the freedom to do a pump fake. Because in those situations, you could see the Cavs were nervous, and they saw that it was going to come to me because I was scoring in the paint freely all game. So I know for a fact they would have tried to block the shot the second it come in there. So it's unfortunate that we as a team miscommunicated and we didn't pull it through. But it is what it is. It's the past. We've got to move on and look forward to the next one.
It sucks we lost. That game was right there. We had it. We got 14 games in this season. That's one. We gave it away. We tossed it away for free because we didn't want it. But I'm not going to sit here. If I hear one person say, he shouldn't have done this, he should have done this, period, until film session, I'm going to be upset. And that's that. But we're going to have a long week this week. I think we know.
It just didn't look good, but it's a wake-up call, I think. Now we know we have to improve a lot. We thought we were probably a top 3 team, and now it doesn't look like that. We have to improve a lot of things, but it's good that it happens early in the season. It's a turning point, and got to look at the positives as well. So we'll improve and get right.
So in New York, we went to this Tex-Mex place called Javelina after the game, and it was really good. It definitely helped. It was pretty cool. The bartender actually knew who I was.
It was a good way to sort of just let loose after a tough loss. It's like a reset from a bad night.
It kind of calmed us all down. Like, we were all pretty irritated about the loss, and like it is what it is at the end of the day. It's a video game. But it was cool just to hang out with everybody and just relax and eat. Like, the food was great. Their queso was amazing, but it wasn't Texas at the end of the day.
I think that, regardless, it's just nice to be able to have a dinner, relax, understand that, hey, at the end of the day, this is a game we're playing. Obviously we want to get better, we want to be great, but sometimes it goes deeper than that. And, it's better to make sure you're in the right frame of mind and still staying positive instead of hanging our heads over a loss like that.
Mavs dropped to 4-2, Sixers are 4-2, Cavs have 4 wins.
You're seeing it, man.
Pistons GT, surprisingly, not the greatest offensive team, but they're 4-1. Give them credit.
The Pistons are a good team, and we know that they are a great defensive team. They are one of, if not the best defensive team in this league, and we know that we have to make our possessions count.
I think that they probably give up the least amount of points per game of any team in the league, but they're one of the lowest in overall scoring as well. So they play super slow paced. Really it's all about our mentality going in. Is it one of those games that we feel like we have to win? Because at least in my opinion, it is.
I think we need to kind of lose that cocky arrogance. I think we're kind of happy with the name of being known as a top 3 team and having some of the best players in the league. We've had that mentality too many times now. We've come close to losing to smaller teams, and now eventually we have finally lost to a small team, which isn't good enough for us. We want to make sure those smaller games for us, we have to win.
We're just focused going in on making a few changes, the things we made mistakes on, like the turnovers and the fast break and stuff like that. Just trying to shore those areas up if possible, and then just moving forward, hopefully get a win versus the Pistons GT team.